Usually at the mid of the year, I do a best and worst of the year so far. But today I was not in the best headspace, so I was like, let's not talk about the negative stuff. Let's shush those to the side and let's only talk about great makeup. I will do a separate, like, the worst makeup of 2025 so far. It will be a shorter list, it will be a thinner video, and I will film that as well. I just need to be in a better headspace for that. So today we are going to talk about the best makeup that I have tried during 2025 that I'm also I'm fairly sure that this was also released during 2025. So this is just going to be the top of the pops, top of the best, tippity top of what's been released in 2025. And you know what's most exciting about this list? Most of this is drugstore. Let's start with foundations, because I actually have 4 different foundations to talk about. 3 of them being drugstore. Let's talk about those drugstore foundations first, because I don't think anyone is surprised that the Lumi Le Glow tint by L'Oreal is on this list. This reminds me a lot of the Becca Skin tint that they released just before they vanished from the face of the earth. This is a skin tint that has a light coverage, but it has a very glowy look to it. But it's not glowy because it is greasy or oily. It is a little bit of a sheen or almost like a shimmer to the formula, but it doesn't look metallic on the skin. This though, if you are the kind of person who wants something that is blurring, you want something that is not emphasizing anything, this one will look very glowy on your skin and it will emphasize what's going under. But I will say, I think it's beautiful. It holds up on my oily combo skin and I think this formulation is wonderful. If you have oily combo skin and you want to have a glowy formula, try this one from the drugstore. It's quite honestly really beautiful. When it comes to something that has more a natural matte finish, this one from Maybelline, this is the 30-hour Lumi Matte Foundation. Lumi Matte is a great description. This is a medium to full coverage, very liquidy foundation that looks like a matte but not dead flat on the skin. There's a little bit of a life to the skin when you put this on. Your skin just looks glorious though, because again, it doesn't look super powdery matte, but it is just really beautiful. And again, the longevity of this, it's crazy. I can wear this without powdering my face, without a mattifying primer, and I can still wear it for 12 hours and it looks great. I am so impressed with this one. And again, Maybelline from the drugstore, the one from ColourPop. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Foundation Balm. I've used this quite a lot. I've traveled with this quite a lot. I need to get a darker shade for the summer, quite honestly, because I don't think that this will be like my, summer shade. That does not look like my summer shade. Let me wipe that off. But this is a beautiful, like, again, it is a light coverage, blurring, almost like a silicone-y feel, but in a good way. It's super easy and oily to blend out. You can sheer it out, you can build it out. It holds up really beautiful on me, and it's just so easy to wear, and it's such a beautiful product where you just want a little bit of coverage. You can just put this on and blend it out with your fingers. You don't even have to cover your entire face as long as you got a good shade match. I am wearing the one Light 8, and again, I do think I need to go up 1 or 2 steps now for the summer, but I think this is beautiful. Again, it is more of a luminous, like a natural luminous matte-ish kind of a thing, because it is not powdery matte, but there's definitely a little life to it, but it's not a dewy or a glowy. It feels matte on the skin. I just think this is a beautiful formulation. This is an easy breezy, careless, light coverage foundation and stick. I think it's beautiful. When it comes to the high-end foundation that I have, this is the new one from ABH. I have this one in 3N, and it has a really beautiful glass bottle. This is more of a full coverage, dries down matte, but this also has really good longevity. It looks beautiful on the skin, and if you are looking for flawless airbrushed matte skin, this is quite honestly a really, really good foundation, and I'm very, very impressed with this. What is not the foundation, but still something that I'm very impressed with, and it does actually work with this one, and I've also used it together with the Maybelline foundation. This is the foundation thinner, B12 base thinner from One Size. So this one, you can see there's a little bit of glow to this one. You can use it as a primer on its own, or you can use it as a glow on your cheeks as its own, but this is primarily made to be a foundation thinner, to give your full coverage foundations a little bit of less coverage, a little bit of a more liquidy feel to them without disrupting the formula or without ruining just ruining the foundations so they are separating or not like performing like they should. Because with this one, you can make a full coverage foundation into a light coverage foundation with a little bit of a glow, but it doesn't make the foundation change the properties. So it doesn't take away from longevity or anything like that. And I'm very impressed with this product. It's a perfect product, again, to use for the summer if you just want to turn one of your favorite foundations into something a little bit more light coverage. When it comes to powders and concealers, we're in drugstore territory. I just want to give a shout out to the new concealer formula from Morphe. Morphe was bought out and is under new leadership. And since then, they have released some real banging products. I still have a couple that I'm reviewing at this very point. So I love them, but I'm not done reviewing them, so I can't mention them here. But the corrector and the concealer from Morphe are quite honestly really great products. I'm wearing these under my eyes today. They are very thin. They do not crease. You need a minimal amount of powder to set them down. You can build them up a little bit if you want even more coverage. And I think it's just a really sophisticated formula. And the fact that it's from the drugstore is just very impressive. If you are looking for a new concealer, I do think that these are really good. And then it comes to powders. So I have discovered two really beautiful finishing powders, both from the drugstore this year. So this is the one from e.l.f. This is the Halo Glow Powder Filter. This one comes with a little poof. So you can actually use this one on the go. It has a beautiful sheen to it. I use it as a finishing powder, but you can use it as a powder foundation as well. It does have a little bit of coverage to it. The one from Morphe, this one is called the Cloud Light. This one has almost no coverage to it. It's more just like a blurring finishing powder with a little bit of a sheen. I will say that both of these have a little bit of a sheen. They don't look gray or metallic on the skin. They don't look sparkly on the skin. They just look luminous and beautiful. And again, if you're like me, oily combo, but you still want to have luminous skin, finishing your makeup with a luminous finishing powder is just a great way to make your makeup come alive without disrupting it with any kind of like oils. And these are both from the drugstore. Very impressed. I only have one bronzer here that I'm like, this is a really good bronzer. And again, this is also what I'm wearing today. And this is the Benefit Hoola Wave. I think this one is so good. I've seen some mixed reviews of this. I have the medium one. You can see I've used mine quite a lot. There's like a dip in mine. This is a sheer to buildable kind of firm balm. And I think this is a very forgiving product. I feel like this kind of a product, again, it goes on sheer. You can easily build it up to get more. I built it up again today to get a little bit more bronzy feeling. It's almost like a very forgiving formula because again, it starts out so sheer, you can blend it out. I use a brush with this and I just think it looks beautiful and believable, and it has the right amount of warmth for someone like me. I don't want a gray leaning bronzer, but I also don't want a straight up like red or orange bronzer, and I feel like this is just the perfect amount for me, someone that does have a little bit of a golden undertone, but still I don't want something that's like straight up orange. I just really like the formula of this one because it is a little bit more stiff, so you don't end up getting too much bronzer on the skin straight away, which I feel has been the case with some cream bronzer formulas the past couple of years, where people have been like, oh my god, this is so amazing, it's so creamy, and then according to me, I'm like, this is just too much. It just turns into too much too quickly. I do have some blushes to talk about. Let's talk about the Juvia's Place blushes. I really like these. These are the cream blushes that they came out with some months ago. This is a pinky one that's called Pink Passion. And then we have Charming Coral and Wild Rose. This is the one that I've used the most. It's almost like a milky apricot. It's super beautiful. And then the Wild Rose is just... it's like almost this orangey coral bright color. Beautiful for the summer. These are very beautiful, super blendable, pigmented, but not overly pigmented. Very easy to blend out, and you can build them up if you want to. And it leaves a very dewy finish on the skin that your hair doesn't stick into and doesn't lift your foundation, but still looks really dewy and beautiful on the skin. I feel like this is a really, really, really good formulation. I'm also, again, this is not drugstore, but I am so impressed by Natasha Denona, the duos that they came out with. This is the Fresh Mauve, and you can see there is a almost like a blush highlighter hybrid, and then the cream without shimmer, and then like a blush highlighter hybrid. Both of these are creams. And this is the one that is called Simply Shy, a little bit more of a pinky one. The formulation of these are just so good. Again, they are not overly pigmented to the point that you just end up making a mistake initially. You can build them up. They blend beautiful together. They wear beautifully on their own as well. If you just want a sheer blush or like a highlighter with a little bit of base color, you can just use the shimmery side if you want to. And quite honestly, these make your cheeks look like that glass cheek, like really beautiful and dewy without lifting your foundation or making your hair stick. I just think this formulation is really, really stunning. I'm also really impressed with this this formulation that Sephora branded. This is the Colorful Blush Glaze. I have mine in Sunrise, which is like an icy peach. This is a very glowy highlighter blush hybrid, heavy on the highlighter side. This is definitely one of those products that when you use this, you won't need a highlighter because it is so glowy. And I'm still contemplating if I want this in a second color. I've swatched them in store and they are stunning. This is one of the best products that Sephora brand has released, and I'm so impressed with this formulation. Definitely don't sleep on this one. I also really, really love the trios that Makeup Revolution came up with. I don't love the packaging. I don't love this, but these are very affordable. And you get 3 different formulas in here. You get a cream blush that is a really nice formulation. You get a really nice powder blush. These go very well together. And then you get this super beautiful, it is such a creamy, high intensity, again, highlighter blush hybrid that is just blinding in the best way. This one has like a peachy base with this beautiful like peachy gold shift to it, and then the pink one has like a mauve base. It has like a mauve base and then this like really nice like gold to it. So the peachy one is called Authentic Peach and the pinky one is called Aura Points Rose, but they do come in other colors as well. And quite honestly, this is a great formulation, really like bang for your buck. And this is a product that the only bad thing I can say about this product is the packaging. But if you can see beyond the packaging, the product in here is quite honestly really high quality and definitely worth the price and then some. So if you're balling on a budget and you're looking for a product that can do more than one thing, you get a cream, you get a powder, you get a highlighter product, definitely these. I feel like I had to mention this, but I will keep it short, but nobody is surprised. Oh my god, this one still has makeup on it after I traveled with it. These are, well, this is the specific color. You know I love the liquid blushes from Huda Beauty. I mentioned those are my yearly favorites of 2024. And the specific color, which is the Ubi one, this is the Ubi Cream, and this one was released this year in their Ubi collection. This is a lavender that is just perfect for a lot of people. This is so beautiful. It is that leaning pinky but still lavender. It has a sheer base, it blends out beautifully, and it is so much more wearable than you would think. This is one of my favorite products that I have discovered this year, and I'm so excited to have it in my collection. This has been one of the few, I would say, purple blushes where I've been like, maybe like lavender blushes could be for me, because there's something about the undertone and how it looks on the skin. Stunning. I feel like I couldn't go through this video without mentioning these beautiful highlighters by NYX. These are so stunning. I have the purple one, I have the mint one, and I have this beautiful like champagne one that I've used so much. I've traveled with this a lot. This is Glaze It Butter. That's the one that's the champagne one. I honestly think that maybe the like lavender one is my favorite. This one says that it is a topper finish though. This one has a little bit of sparkle to it. The other ones do not have sparkle. This is a beautiful formula though. This is very shiny, very high intensity. It doesn't have a super colorful base. It's not, at least not any of the shades that I have here, but they have like this very, it's a clear purple highlighter. It is a clear mint highlighter, and they do have like a pink one as well, and they have a bunch of different colors. And quite honestly, I think that these are, I thought the bronzer, not my thing. I didn't love the formula. I thought it was way too pigmented and not that easy to blend out. The blushes were fine. These are great. 100% love them. Think they're so amazing. Clearly, I'm very into the cheek products because I have even more to talk about. The next one is the L'Oreal Lumi Le Glow Highlighter Stick. I absolutely love this one. It looks so glassy and wet on the skin. They do have this one in a different formula as well. I think it is Dew or glass. I think it's glass. Okay, the one that isn't called Le Glow. It's sticky, super tacky, goopy, sticky. That one is like, it looks wet, but it's because it is wet. I'm just telling you right now, this one is beautiful. Le Glow, stunning formula, looks incredible on the cheeks, gives that beautiful, again, just glass looking cheek. Again, it's from L'Oreal. It's beautiful. I also have been absolutely loving a couple of the new products from Colourpop, especially their new, like, I love their liquid blushes from before, but then they released them in a pearly finish. So this one is City Walk and Perfect Peach. Love them. They're so beautiful. They have the perfect amount of shimmer to them. These do look shimmery on the cheek, but again, this is also that kind of formula that you don't have to, but like if you use this one, this is a blush and highlighter all in one. Absolutely beautiful. Love this formula. I've been using these so much. I've been traveling with these since I got them, and I just think that this is a stellar release from Colourpop. I also really love their liquid highlighters. I think that these came out in the end of last year, and I thought that the colors that they released, the pink one is too sparkly. The pink one is way more sparkly than the two goldy ones. The champagne one is nice, but these two new ones, so great. These are the liquid highlighters from the Disney Tangled collection, and this is the best collab product that Colourpop has done in a really long time, especially this one that is this like gold peach going to a pink peach duochrome. The way I had to force myself to stop using this one, because I'm like, babe, there are other things that needs to be used as well. Absolutely love these. Again, an affordable liquid like highlighter from the drugstore that are quite honestly really interesting shifts to them. This one is a more of a like a lighter base, and it has a almost like a green gold to pink duochrome. Again, very interesting shades, super flattering, and I love how they look on the skin. The last makeup product that I am gonna mention is something that is new to me. I fully realize that these Afterglow lip glosses by NARS was not released this year. I know that, but they did release new colors this year, and I did do a reel where I swatched all of these colors, and immediately after like swatching them, I was like, wow, these are so nice. And then I wore them for like 3 days in a row, and I was like, wait, is this the best like lip gloss formula I've ever tried in my life? They are this beautiful, cushiony, gel-like formula that look plushy and just glass-like on the skin without being goopy or stringy or tacky or goop, like just, you know, sticky. Well, you don't like, nobody likes that. And then these new colors are just so interesting, and they have, of course, then some older colors too, but I'm just like, I am blown away by this lip gloss formula. It is from NARS, it is expensive, but like I said, is this the best lip gloss formula I've ever tried? Possibly. I thought I'd end this video with talking about some fragrances. This has truly been the year of body sprays, but more specifically, I feel like this has been the year of body sprays that are not what we typically, since before, would expect from a body spray. Because maybe you disagree with me, I feel like body sprays have been in this category of very feminine, sweet, sugary, gourmand or super floral or like coconutty scents, Sol de Janeiro, Bath and Body Works, those kind of scents that we expect to get from body sprays. And I feel like this year we've truly been able to get some body sprays that has a little bit more of complexity to them and that for once actually appeal to me. So I am going to mention to you my 3 favorite body sprays that I have tried this year that are a little bit different and that I actually hope will be a continuing theme for how body sprays are made in the future. And the first one is Fleur Vanilla Smoke. This one is very smoky. It's smoke forward. If you don't like a smoky scent, you will not like this. This is you lighting the entire marshmallow stick and everything on fire. It is very sweet, it is very vanilla, but it is super smoky, and it is like blonde woods smoky. Almost, and I'm speaking to like the Nordic peeps, I'm Swedish, it's almost giving sauna. Vanilla sauna. I am not selling the illusion. But there is something because it smells like burnt blonde woods. It's almost giving a vanilla sauna, and I think it is such a comforting and a fresh new take on body sprays that is not a sugared coconut. It's just something different, and I'm very impressed. The same with this one. The amount of times I've heard people that usually like body sprays be disappointed by this one. If I can get $1 each time I've heard that, I could buy a coffee at Starbucks, because I haven't heard that many times. But this is the green Danca Mystica, the perfume mist by Sol de Janeiro, and this is fig. Very green, very... I don't know how to explain. It is like super fig, super green. It is not that typical Sol de Janeiro caramelly, sugary, pistachio, caramel, coconut. That's not what this is. This is figs and leaves, and it's just... There is a little bit of almost like fruitiness in there as well, almost like a little bit of like honeydew melon. I know that that's not one of the notes, but it's almost fig, vanilla, sandalwood. But I guess it's the vanilla that's giving that little bit of sweetness in here. But yeah, it is a little sweet, but it's definitely super green and super fig heavy, fig forward. This was an impulse buy from Sephora, and I do not regret it. It is beautiful. This last one I got as PR, and this is from Ellis Brooklyn, and this is the banana milkshake. I have been loving this one. It is banana, but it's more like a banana dessert or banana cake than it is necessarily like a fresh banana tropical, because again, this is a milkshake, so it is a little lactonic. It definitely has some vanilla in there, it definitely has banana, but it's more again banana dessert, and I think it's sandalwood in here as well. It doesn't say here, but I think there is sandalwood in here as well, because it definitely has that bit of warmth in the background with the sandalwood and the vanilla, and then of course the milky notes. This again is a very different take on a body spray because it is very lactonic. All of the fragrances in this line, they had a mango one and a lychee one. The lychee one is extremely sweet, and the mango one is very mango forward. But this banana one, there's just something different. It is tropical banana milk cocktail dessert. It is definitely summer. It is definitely tropical, but just in a different way. Not like all of those other body sprays that we saw from Bath & Body Works or the original ones that Sol de Janeiro usually does, this one not included, or even the, oh my god, do you remember the Victoria's Secret ones? I'm just saying that these three in particular are just giving me something different when it comes to body sprays, and I gotta say, I'm very impressed and intrigued by this new way of body sprays, and I wanted to share some of my favorites that I have discovered this year. If you're like me and you usually don't go for body sprays, maybe sniff one of these three. All three of these are available at Sephora. Also, they're not expensive as a full fragrance would be, so blind buying them is maybe not as much of a commitment either. This one is the mini size, for example, so this one even comes in a mini. Let me know what you think about my picks. Do you agree with them? Do you have any favorites from this year where you're like, oh, this is my favorite product that I've tried that's been released this year? I'd love to hear about it down below. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. If you're wondering about any of these products, they're gonna be in the description box or in the YouTube shopping that's here somewhere. And I will see you really soon again in a new video. And also really soon with a video talking about the worst products. Because there are some, for sure.